From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, May 6th, 2018. Silver is trading at $16.52 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,315 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $40, and the average price of Bitcoin is $9,567. Antiwar.com reports while U.S. relief funds are frozen in Syria, the Pentagon continues to seek massive amounts of funding for its military operations in the country. This includes a request for $300 million in weapons to give to partner forces in Syria. This amounts to enough arms for 65,000 fighters. This is expected to center on the Syrian Democratic Forces, which is to say almost entirely the Kurdish YPG. The U.S. has been arming the YPG for years now as part of its Syria operations. This is being sought in spite of repeated U.S. assurances to Turkey that their arming of the YPG was temporary. With the Islamic State virtually wiped out in Syria, the YPG no longer has offensive goals fitting into U.S. plans for Syria and is rather focused chiefly on fighting a Turkish invasion of northern Syria. The $300 million in arms also comes with $250 million in border security funding for Syria. Both are going into the overseas contingency operations, which Pentagon officials can easily shuffle around to spend on virtually anything. While couched as funding to counter the Islamic State, the funding looks more likely to be backing the YPG and fighting Turkey. While the U.S. is unlikely to fund fighting against another NATO ally, it may also be that this is just another excuse to grow the overseas contingency operations. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a Texas-based meat company is recalling 50,000 pounds of smoked sausage after receiving complaints from a restaurant about plastic found within. Eddy Packaging Company recalled the meat on Friday after restaurants complained that pieces of white hard plastic were found in the sausage upon slicing it. The smoked sausage, originally processed on April 5th and packed on April 5th and 6th, was shipped to food service and retail locations in California, Georgia, Illinois, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. The company specializes in marinated, fully cooked, and naturally smoked sausage, according to its website, in its fresh and frozen varieties. While there have been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions to the products, the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service is concerned that some of the products may be in customers' freezers. Consumers who have purchased the product are urged to throw it away or return it to the place of purchase, since there is reasonable probability that consumption of the product could cause serious adverse health consequences or death, according to the USDA's recall notification. Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into Zencash. Zencash has the ability to use both transparent and shielded transactions, with shielded transactions using zero-knowledge proofs. Zencash features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at zensystem.io. That's zensystem.io. Reuters reports nearly 2,000 people on Hawaii's Big Island have been evacuated from homes after lava eruptions destroyed 5 houses and sulfur dioxide gas threatened to harm anyone who stayed in the residential area. The new fissure spewed lava up to 230 feet into the air, and new cracks opened on highways in the Leilani Estates area, about a dozen miles from the Kilauea volcano, which erupted on Thursday, according to the Hawaii Volcano Observatory in a statement on Saturday. The southeast corner of the island was rocked by a 6.9 tremor on Friday, the strongest since 1975, and more earthquakes and eruptions were forecast, perhaps for months to come. Around 1,500 homes have been evacuated in a small rural area since fissures began spewing out steam, lava, and sulfur dioxide, which can be life-threatening at high levels, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. No injuries or deaths were reported. Although no significant lava flows have yet formed, the Hawaii County Civil Defense Agency said additional outbreaks of lava were expected. Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes and one of 5 on the island, has been in constant eruption for 35 years. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.